What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. It's another video about this little baby boy. But before we even get into all of that, we over.
What? You were doing so well. Hey family, welcome back to our channel. If you are new, hello, welcome. I'm Alicia. This is my husband Tim. Welcome to our channel where we just talk about everything family, faith, God, and love. So if you would like to join our family, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, and we would love to have you. All right, so today, like you said, we are going to continue this little pregnancy series that we kind of started here. And today we're going to do a Q&A. So we got a couple of questions, some from our friends and family, and some that we just kind of thought that you guys might want to know. So we have some questions here that we're going to ask, and we'll just share how, our answers for our particular pregnancy. Of course, this may not pertain to each and every pregnancy, but this is how it's been for us. So if you want to hear about it, keep watching.
If you don't hear a question that you want to hear answered, follow our social media. We put up an opportunity for people to ask us questions on Facebook, on Instagram. Follow our social media. You can be a part of the conversations that we're having, and we would love to be able to answer your questions.
All right, so the first question is, how did you know you were pregnant and to take a pregnancy test? And so, of course, if you are someone who is having unprotected sex, then if your chest kind of starts hurting and it usually doesn't, even like during your cycle and stuff like that, if you've never experienced your chest hurting, not like your chest, but for women, your tatas, if your tatas start hurting, then, and if it's not normal, then maybe you want to take a pregnancy test, or maybe that's a sign to take a pregnancy test, or to go to your doctor to see what might be going on in that area. Because of course there's things like breast cancer or whatever that it could be if that's the case. But if you have sore tatas, plus maybe you missed your cycle, of course that's a big one that a lot of people have, especially if you have a regular cycle and you missed and it's not on time this time, you might be pregnant. You might want to take a pregnancy test. For me, again, I don't really have like regular cycles, so that wasn't a big one for me. But the major one for me was my chest started hurting and my back started hurting. So, and those aren't things that normally happen just regular. And so, yeah. Oh, and then you start getting kind of tired. So fatigue is a big symptom as well. You get more tired than usual, like whether you're walking up and down the stairs or, walking from the couch to the kitchen and you're just like a little winded, that could be a symptom as well. So those things happen to me, and that's why I took a pregnancy test. Excuse the background if y'all hear the background. Our neighbors are shooting fireworks for whatever reason. I guess because Labor Day is coming up. That's probably what it is. But they shoot fireworks for no reason. They shoot fireworks because it's Tuesday. They shoot fireworks for no reason in our neighborhood, and so that's what you guys might hear. So just ignore that noise in the background.
We're not getting shot. We're okay.
Yeah, we're all good. But yeah, so if you feel those things, take a pregnancy test. Or go to the doctor, or both.
We are not health professionals.
Yeah, we're not health professionals, so just do both. So the next question, I guess also for me, of course, is did you have bad morning sickness? So my sickness, I'm going to call it sickness because it doesn't happen just in the morning. My sickness was all day long, and it was just basically really bad nausea all day. So I didn't really throw up that much unless it was something that was like too seasoned, like too salty, or had too much different flavors going on. Those things made me actually throw up. But for the most part, it was just constantly feeling like I was gonna throw up, or feeling like I had to throw up, but never throwing up, which is 10 times worse in my opinion, but hey, to each his own. So yeah, I just had really bad nausea all day, every day. And that's about as much as it was for me. Yeah. So the next question.
Also, the next question is, So did you experience any daddy symptoms? So the answer for me would be no. I know I've heard about different men will experience a lot of the similar symptoms that pregnant women would, or that their partner would. So like the cravings, and they might even have headaches. They might experience weight gain. Like some people, it gets really deep for them. For me, it wasn't like that. I normally have a sweet tooth, so that's just a me thing. And if I gain any weight, I'm a big boy. I like to eat. So, no. Other than that, no, I didn't really have any symptoms, any daddy symptoms like that. Thank God, I guess.
Right. Right.
And then the next question is, has she had mood swings and has it been difficult to deal with? Do I have enough time? I don't think I got enough time to tell y'all now. But hers is like, imagine if you're sitting on a swing set, right? It's not like we went from high swing to super low swing. It'd be like, we just sitting, chilling. You know how you sit on the swing, you just kind of kicking your feet. And then all of a sudden the bully just come and push you super high. It'd be stuff like that, kind of like that. And like we just be chilling, and then she might ask me a question, and I guess I didn't answer it the way she wanted to, which happens because I'm a human and I'm not her. So I tend to not do everything exactly like how she expects it to happen. Fellas, I know y'all feel me. And then stuff would just it'll just kind of turn. In my mind, it's just like you hear the record scratch, like oh man, is this a argument? And it'd be weird because it's like I don't normally in an argument, like you feel it. Like if you like me, you feel the tension, you feel the commotion, you feel the going back and forth. For me, it's like da da da. Like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be going back and forth with you now. Like I don't even feel that energy. Like
okay.
I don't even feel like I'm supposed to be angry right now. But you seem angry, like you don't want to talk right now, and I don't know what happened. I miss like the middle part of that movie to know how we got here.
Anyways.
So I just turn on my worship music and just try to stay before the throne so that I don't lose my mind trying to figure out what happened. And just put it all on the pregnancy.
That just sounded so dramatic. Anyhow, I think it just, I don't know. I do get upset a lot more than I would before I was pregnant. I think like a lot quicker, not a lot more, just a lot quicker.
Yes.
Because I probably would still get just as mad, but it probably would build a little slower.
Right, like we would have a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
I feel like I go from beginning to end.
Because in my mind, it's probably like he said, I'll say something or I'll ask a question, and he didn't answer it how I wanted him to, and it's like, or he didn't answer just like straightforward, and I'm like, like, and I'm just thinking like about everything or every time he didn't answer something the way that I thought, or every time, you know what I'm saying? And so it just like builds in my mind.
Now let me do
and
that.
And then it comes out like it's not my fault. It's
let me do that and I'm wrong.
It's the baby. It's not my fault. It's the baby.
Oh, it's our son. You hear that? It's our unborn son's fault.
No, it's the hormones. The hormones.
You heard it here first, folks.
No, it's the hormones. Anyway, the next question is, what has been your favorite thing about being pregnant? So 2 things have been my favorite. The first one is just all the love and attention that you get when you're pregnant. People are really nice. People are really caring. People ask you lots of questions.
People give you gifts.
They give you concern and gifts. Yeah, but I mean, I haven't really gotten a gift for myself.
It ain't about you.
But yes, I love getting little baby gifts and seeing like the little Pampers. Oh my gosh, guys, baby Pampers are so tiny. Anyway, but yeah, so like I just love getting stuff and like getting attention. But then also, the second thing is I absolutely love feeling him move. I love feeling him kick, and sometimes like you can feel him. Now he's at the point where he's like rolling, and you can feel it and see it and stuff like that. And it'd be a little tough sometimes dealing with it, but I just love feeling it because of course it's like, he's in there and it's reassuring, but then it's also just really cool. It's just weird, new, and I'll just be poking at him and he'll be kicking me back, or we just play. Anyways, but those are my two favorite things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got two as well. The first one is they both kind of rest on the fact that I get to use this pregnancy as excuses to do things that I probably wouldn't normally be able to do. The first excuse is I don't get to be able to be, I'm a pretty helpful person and I have a hard time saying no. Her being pregnant makes saying no a whole lot easier. You need me to go help you cut your grass? I gotta go home after work and I don't have time. She didn't sleep well this morning, so maybe I work from home today. I gotta go to, I can't do these things. She's pregnant. I gotta be a #present father. And then when it's true, other people use that excuse. It's like, oh no, your wife's pregnant. You stay home. You go. I will figure it out. And I'll be like, bless you.
Bless you.
I know. I would, but she's pregnant. Two, still something I get to use an excuse for. Her sweet, or like when she has her cravings or whatnot, and I think one of the questions might talk about this, but she has a sweet tooth craving. I normally have a sweet tooth, like I already said. So when she has ice cream, I'm not just gonna go to Dairy Queen for her. Or if she wants some chips, I'm not just gonna go get some hot Cheetos just for her. Like, I might as well get me a bag. Like, what do you mean? Like, if she want wings today, give me a 10-piece. Like, I'm just, so what she gets, I get to get it. Thankfully, her cravings haven't been super weird, and they kind of all fall within the things that I like too. So, hey, I've benefited.
I cannot. Oh my goodness. So the next question is kind of the opposite. So what are your least favorite things about being pregnant at the moment?
For me, my least favorite things, I know we talked about this like in the first and probably second video, is having to sit on the sidelines and not really knowing how to be supportive, especially in those moments where you're like, oh, okay, we done tried all the different foods. We done tried the medicines that we can try. I've been praying. Like, I don't know what to do for you. Like, I don't know what to do. And like, trying to, feel my feelings, share my feelings, but then also not let that impede on my supportiveness. And not letting it be like, look, I'm leaving. I need to go take a walk. Like, sometimes I might need to take a walk. But it's like not letting it be like, I'm just not going to deal with you because I'm frustrated with you type of a thing. To still be a #present and supportive father. Like to be able to stick around even when I don't know what to do. Because, it's not me. It's not my body. My hormones ain't going crazy. So it's like I'm still experiencing things as I always have. And she's the one that's going through all of the changes. So me having to have grace for that. And it's a lot of prayer, guys. It's definitely like, God, show me, because if not, I might choke her. I just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. He's not gonna choke me. Anyways, I think my least favorite thing, I always feel so bad about, complaining or having something that I don't like about being pregnant. Because we had a miscarriage and there are people who can't get pregnant. But the real thing is I really don't like I guess what's the word? Uncomfort, I guess. Discomfort. The discomfort. Let's see how many videos I say a wrong word. Anyways, but I don't like the discomfort that comes with being pregnant, in the sense of now my stomach is so heavy. It hurts like crazy, like my back hurts. I can literally feel the release or the release and the tension of my upper stomach when I sit, because my stomach is now being lifted. Just how uncomfortable I am sometimes because of pregnancy, or because I'm growing. That's like my least favorite thing about being pregnant. Of course, I'm grateful for the growth. Of course, we're grateful for the growth. But it hurts, and my pain tolerance is low. So, yeah.
So the next question is, are you nervous about labor?
Are you nervous about labor? Listen, nervous for me is an understatement. No, okay. I'm definitely nervous about labor just because, like I said, my pain tolerance is super low. So I'm really nervous about the pain aspect of it, but I am excited. I'm ready for it to be here. I'm ready for my son to be here, or our son to be here. I'm ready to get through it just because the results means he's here, you know. But yeah, I'm quite nervous for the pain aspect. I'm not ready for that. And I'm sure having those contractions and stuff is probably gonna bring back, you know, the trauma and stuff from the miscarriage. But I'm just gonna pray against that. I just want it to be, you know, its own thing. This pregnancy is its own thing. I'm having labor pains because my baby boy is on the way. So that's what I'm gonna think about, you know, when that time comes. So yes, I'm nervous, basically. Yes.
I guess I would say I'm nervous too, but that's just because I don't really know what to expect, right? That this is our first child, so outside of what I've seen on TV and just what I've heard, I mean, those things are definitely, you know, there's truth to those. I know, but I've definitely been trying to keep in my mind that just to be positive, basically. Yeah. So I'm nervous in that I don't know what to expect, but I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm scared. I think it's just kind of the nervousness is just like, what's going to happen? Anxious. What is it going to be like? Am I going to have to leave work? Are we going to already be at home?
Yeah.
Am I going to already have everything we need? Is something going to get left?
Right.
You know, like this, you know, is it going to be that super dramatic thing that I've seen on TV, or is it going to be a lot more calm than that outside of, you know, the actual delivery? I don't know. So I would say I'm nervous just in the unknown part for sure.
Right. Yeah.
And then the next question says, what are you most excited about when the baby comes?
I'm just excited for him, honestly, to have him like in my arms and to hold him and everything, and to finally like be able to see and feel what I've been feeling from the inside. I think that's what I'm most excited for. And then I know a lot of people are probably like super, like whenever the baby grows, they're like, don't grow too fast, or don't grow up too fast. Like, I think I'm ready for him to start crawling and walking and talking my head off. I'm ready for the, mommy, what's that? Mommy, what's this? You know, and all the different questions and curiosity. So I'm really excited about all of that.
Same. I'm with that. I'm interested and excited to see just like how our dynamic in the house changes. Because you know, like from dating to now is most, you know, it's just been us. You know, whether in the house or like, you know, what it looks like on vacation or whatever. Like what is it going to look like to have three now, not just the two. And you know, like that dynamic is going to always be like that. It's going to always be me, Alicia, and the child. Like, it's never going to just be me and Alicia again, you know, until they grow up or something like that. But you know, now just as much as like coming into marriage, it was like, all right, it's not just Tim. Now it's Tim and Alicia. Now it's gonna be, it's not just Tim and Alicia. It's Tim and Alicia and their son, right? Yeah. So like, just what's that? Well, you know, what that is gonna be like. What it's gonna be like to try to be a responsible father, because I'm sure like. We talked about like nervousness for the delivery, but one of the things I've been nervous about in parenting in general is just like, what is that going to be like? Like, how am I going to be a good father? Like, am I going to have everything I need? Am I going to be able to do everything? So like
making sure that we're actually listening to God for a lot of
stuff. Yeah. So like, and it's like we have all of this knowledge of things that we need to do and we would like to do. So I'm excited for when he's actually here and we can actually do some stuff, right? Like, you know, like, and like all of that nervous energy can kind of go and like it's going to actually be put into doing. Right now it's just kind of all up here, kind of what am I thinking about, you know, what I might be expecting, but like to actually for it to just be like, all right, you're here now, like, and now we can see what it's going to be like.
So the last two questions are, how do you feel about spanking or hitting your child? So I honestly want to refrain from physical discipline as much as possible. Of course, I'm praying for my little boy to be an angel, you know, just praying for those little saints. Anyway, but I'm really praying and hoping that, you know, that look that we have will get him to stop doing what he's doing before, like, yeah, before we have to be like, all right, you're about to get a whooping. Because at the end of the day, I did grow up with spankings. He grew up with spankings. So I think I want to do everything we can before we result to spanking, but I do feel like spanking, I don't want to say is okay, but
I think it's like, because like I look back at like kind of how I grew up, like I was a pretty chill kid.
Yeah, me too.
And like, even for me, it wasn't even that I got spanked so much as it was just the threat of some type of punishment.
Yeah.
I didn't like getting in trouble. But then also, for me, it wasn't just spanking. Like, it was like, okay, let's talk. I want to talk to you so you can understand what you did wrong. So I think more than we are focused on, well, at least I'll say for me, more than I've been focused on, am I going to spank, am I not going to spank? Because like I don't want to get into the whole I'm just spanking because I'm mad or because I'm frustrated. Yeah. Like that, no, that's abuse. That's like abuse. That's not punish. Like, you're not helping. You know, I'm gonna stand on my soapbox and say you're not helping your child by beating them because you're frustrated. That doesn't, like, because all you're teaching them is that when you're angry, when you're frustrated, take it out on somebody else. Yeah. So for me, I've been more focused on God, give us the wisdom to be able to talk and the skills to be able to communicate before it seems like nothing else is working, so I got to put my hands on you. Like, I feel like there's so much more that we can reach. And it's not to say anything bad about the generation that came before us, but I think also there's definitely place for growth. And I think, like, you know, it's not that I'm, like, even I know I'm not even going to be a perfect parent. Like, so there's going to be things that I'm going to do in trying to figure out how to raise our child, and I might do them wrong, and our son is going to find a new way. He's going to find a better way than I did it. So I feel like now it's our job, it's my job to try to find, like, yes, my parents were great, but now what can I do better? What can I do different? Like, I think that's just a constant challenge in life. Like, yes, these that came before you were great, but what can you do different? What can you do better? So for me, my better and different, I feel like it's gonna fall in like how I communicate. Yeah. Like, in being able to say, okay, especially being able to, you know, just to separate, okay, is it that he's doing something wrong, or are you frustrated? Right. Or is it like, are you actually communicating what you want done to him? Because like, that's a big thing. It's like, you know, the whole just do it because I said so. But it's like, again, my little soapbox, it's like, okay, but also, how can I expect my son to trust me if I don't explain what's going on to him? Yeah. And the only thing I'm saying, you need to trust me because I said trust me. That's not, we don't even do that in regular relationships. Like, as adults. Right. Like, I'm not going to trust you because you just said trust you. So it's like, I understand that I'm going to have to show him, okay, you can do that. Like, you can listen to what I'm saying and know that I'm trustworthy, because we've had experiences where I've shown you that I only have your best interest at hand, or I'm not trying to hurt you, I'm not trying to harm you. So like, maybe sometimes we can get to that point to where, okay, you're just gonna move because you know when daddy say do this, he's not telling me to do something wrong for me. As much as I can, I want to build that communication there to be able to build that trust and to build, I don't want to, not faith, but like faith in the sense of like you believe that you can depend on me. So like, if I'm telling you to do something that is out of your comfort zone, or is maybe not something that you feel like is your favorite thing to do, you're still going to listen to me because you understand that my word, it has weight to it. Like, so when I'm telling you to do something, it's for your good.
What responsibilities do you feel that we have, or what responsibilities we feel we have in having a boy and raising a boy? And that pertains to him, you know, he's going to be a black male, and just being a male in general, and how we're going to teach him that while being a male, being a black male, it's okay to express your emotions and feelings and that kind of thing. Right. So,
when I saw this question, that kind of brought up for me, like she was saying, masculinity, like what that looks like. Because I mean, I'm sure y'all probably have heard of like stuff like toxic masculinity, to like these different stereotypical things that a man is, that really a man doesn't have to be. Like, boys don't cry, men don't cry. That's why.
Do.
Right. Like, I mean, I would if I could. I'm just so
He really doesn't
I'm
cry.
so much of a man that they just don't come. I'm just kidding. See, that's toxic. That's toxic masculinity.
Yes, that's
But like,
toxic.
but on top of toxic masculinity stuff, also black masculinity, because it's like, while I'll be the first to say I'm not the protester type, like gonna be shouting from the rooftops these different types of things, but I am aware. I'm aware of what it means to be a black male in today's time, and at least in America. I know, like, I understand the different risks that comes with that. I understand, the challenges that he might have to face because of that. So now, like, seeing that question, like, that's a real thing. I'm gonna have to think about, like, how am I gonna prepare or make sure, at least for me, and being like, his father, like having those conversations of like what that means to be a black man in America.
Yeah.
But one, I will say, like, in thinking about that, like, I've thought about that question before, and it kind of scared me because I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's uncomfortable to have the conversation and say something to the effect of, you got to be careful how you walk around because you don't want somebody to take you the wrong way, or you're gonna have, like, there's gonna already be these marks against you because you're black or whatever. Like, I don't want our son, or like the I guess the frustrating part of it for me was like, I don't want our son to grow up in fear. And I don't want him to grow up feeling like he's lesser than because he's black. That's the last thing that I'm trying to, like, that's not even in the list of things that I'm trying to communicate to him. Because one and all is we believe in God. And in believing in God, that means we believe that we are fearfully, wonderfully made. We're unique. Like, so everything about us, black, white, blue, brown, whatever, because we are God's children, we're made by God, we're special. So it's like, in that alone, no matter what society says, I want him to understand who he is in God's eyesight. And then from there, being able, I guess, like, the thing that I've been praying more so for myself is like, God, give me the wisdom to be able to now, from a God perspective, be able to help him maneuver in this world. I know good and well, me being a black male, I believe in God, and God has given me wisdom to know things to do and not to do. So I'm not finna just go out and cussing people out. That's dumb. And not only is it dumb, but it fits the stereotype of what people might already expect from me or in certain crowds.
Right.
So now it's like I use godliness and the wisdom that comes from that to also be able to maneuver in the world.
And that's what we want to teach him to do.
Yeah. So it's like, you being like, yes, people might see you in this specific way, but first understand that them seeing you that way does not make you that way.
Yeah.
So you don't have, like, I'm not going to teach him to hide himself in that way, to now say, okay, because people think you are a danger, you have to act like you're a danger and hide yourself. No, you're not dangerous. Like, you are not the stereotype that people think you are. So now you're, especially in living this Christian life, that's how we show them that we're not, because everything about what Christ was fits no part of the black stereotype. So it's like, I think it's, I guess even in talking about it now, like, it gives me a little bit more comfort, because it's like, if I can just train him, like I said, train up a child in the way that he should go. Like, I think if I can effectively train him up in all of the Christian morals and standards and just what it is to be Christ-like, I think that even covers what it means to be black in America. Like, that even covers, like, all right, people may not have grace for you, but how do you show grace? Or people may not have love for you, how do you show love? People might hate you and they don't even know anything about you. How do you still maneuver? So I think my resolves right now is, God, I'm gonna, like, give me wisdom to help me to show him you, and then through there, everything else is going to be taken care of. Everything else, if he can find God, that's all he needs. I mean, yes, I can give him all of these other tips and tricks about how to make it, but at the end of the day, even those tips and tricks without God what is it? Like, what do you have? Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then also the other part of that was emotions, and we kind of talked about emotions. I want to definitely teach him, like, again, the communication, I would say. Like, we can talk about what you feel. You fell and bumped your knee, let's talk about that, because that hurts. I'm not going to sit here, I cry when I bump my knee. I stub my toe, I still get a little look, you know, like
I'm scared to get shots.
Right, she's scared to get shots. Like, you know, these emotions that we feel are real. I just want to teach them. Anyway, that's another stereotype we're gonna talk about later. But like the emotions that we feel are real, and society's gonna try to tell you that being a man, the emotions that's okay for you to show is extreme happiness, extreme anger, and if you hurt, don't show it. If you're sad, don't show it. Like, that's not real. That's not a real thing. So like, all right, you're frustrated. Let's talk about that. Why did that frustrate you?
Right.
Or you're sad. You're hurt. You're scared. Like, let's talk about those things. Those aren't emotions you have to be afraid of. One, you were created with those emotions. Like, you were created to feel. Now we just got to figure out how we express those, how we process through them. Like, what does that look like? So you feel your feelings. I wanna make sure I give him space to feel what he feels. You know, and not to feel what I think he should feel. What do you feel in this moment? All right, let's talk about that.
Right. Yeah. That's real. And I'm 100% on board with everything that he said, in every aspect, in every area. So that's how we gonna raise up our little black boy. But yeah, guys, so that was our last question. Of course, like he said in the beginning, if there's a question that we didn't answer and that you really want to know the answer to, just put it down in the comments below. Ask it on our social media, which will also be down in the description box below, and you can ask us on our social media, and we'll be happy to answer that and all that kind of stuff.
And let us know any other ideas for videos that you have. If you know, if whether it's questions or maybe it's whatever, just let us know. Hit us up. About
pregnancy, not about pregnancy, whatever the case may be. Just let us know, because
you want to know how to be a great husband, because I'm just so awesome. Let me know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, and all of that, we thank you guys so much for your continued support. We thank you for watching, for viewing, for joining our family. If you're not a part of our family yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button down there and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time we upload a new video. So just keep looking out for new videos. We don't have a set schedule at the moment, but we're gonna get there.
That's why you need to keep them notifications on.
Keep them notifications on, because they'll let you know when we upload new videos. But that's all that we have for you guys today. We hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out some of our other videos, which will be linked up here in this little corner here and down below in the description box. Always remember, we love you. God loves you. You are loved. See you next week.